Now we are recording, so everything you say now
will be used
will be
against you in
against
court.
you used. So where are you from?
Okay, that's a bit complicated. For example, I know that Egypt and Algeria have like big issues in like between each other, especially because of football for some interesting reason. Soccer, to be exact. Can't go to Egypt, but I can go to many other countries.
As you also told us that in Turkey the higher education is more like theoretical. How long does it take you to like do your hijab?
Do my hijab?
every day? Hi, welcome to the After Talk. My name is Simon. I'm here with Artūrs
What's up, everybody?
and Uafa, today's guest. Hi.
Hello, hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Doing cool.
And
I
you,
would say.
Artūrs?
Fine. Need sleep.
A little bit tired. Yeah, I was about to say that. But today is about you mainly. So where are you from?
Okay, that's a bit complicated. My father is Algerian, my mother is Bulgarian. So whenever people ask, I would usually say I'm from Bulgaria because this is where I was born and raised.
But
So yeah, I say Bulgarian, but I'm
Okay.
both.
but if it's Algerian who asks you, you say you're from Algeria.
No,
No.
I give the answer of
Okay.
both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which country is more east?
What do you mean by more east?
Like located? more
Okay,
east?
so it's I guess it's Bulgaria.
Yeah.
But Algeria is like northern Africa.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, Bulgaria
yeah.
is more east.
So that means that you have a African passport, right?
Yes, I have
You can go
Algerian
to
passport.
Yeah, okay. Algerian passport.
Yeah.
I don't know how that
Let's be
works.
specific.
Okay.
I mean,
How that works? Can you go all over Africa for free?
I don't think it's all over Africa. For example, I know that Egypt and Algeria have like big issues in like between each other, especially because of football for some interesting reason. Soccer, to be exact. So I know that the two countries don't like each other. So for sure I can't go to Egypt, but I can go to many other countries. So
What's your favorite country in Africa?
I have only been in Egypt and Tunisia. Not Egypt, sorry, Algeria and Tunisia. And I think I like Algeria more. So I will say Algeria.
What's the capital of Algeria?
It's called Algeria. Very creative, I know.
Whoa! Is the capital of Bulgaria Bulgaria?
No.
It's also Algerian.
Yes, everything is Algeria.
So did you only live in Bulgaria, or did you also spend some time of your childhood in Algeria?
Okay, so when I was younger, we would go to Algeria every summer. So I would spend there like not the whole summer, but like big portion of it. But I mainly lived in Bulgaria throughout my childhood. And then for 3 years, I also lived in Turkey. And now this is my first year in Denmark. So
All over the place. Why did you live in Turkey for 3 years?
okay, so after 9th grade, my father suggested that I apply for some scholarship program for an international school in Turkey. And when I applied, it was an absolute joke. I didn't think I would get in. And like, to be honest, I didn't even want to get in at that time.
So you were like the smart kid that doesn't want to get the best grade, but gets the best grade anyway.
I don't know, I guess. I don't know. But then, like, I won. Like, I had an interview and they liked me. So I was just like, whatever, I will try. And if I don't like it, I can just go back to Bulgaria. So this is how it happened.
Did you like it? I guess so.
I
if you
mean, I
spent
stayed
3
there,
years,
so
yeah.
I liked it. Yeah, it was very international. So
Okay.
that's what I loved.
So, but you ended up living there alone, right? So without your family.
Yeah, I was alone in there, but I was living in a dormitory. So I was living with a lot of my classmates.
Yeah.
So it never felt lonely, but I was alone,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah, got it. So this was like was it end of your high school, or
Yes,
some
it
part
was
of your high school?
the last 3 years of high school.
Okay, so you graduated over there.
Yes.
Okay,
But I also graduated in Bulgaria. It was
like a dual studium, something.
exactly, yeah. So I have 2 high school diplomas now.
Why?
Not
why?
flexing.
Why not?
Why have one if you can have two?
Some
like,
don't have one, you have two.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could give one to somebody. I mean, they would
Maybe.
appreciate it.
Maybe.
If you had Asian parents, they would be very happy.
Well, I have Algerian parents, so it's the same thing, believe me.
Yeah,
Okay.
believe her.
Okay. So what took you to Denmark?
What took me to Denmark? Oh, that's a good question. Well, first of all, although I really loved my studies in Turkey, I didn't like the educational system in general because it's very theoretical. It's really based on like knowing everything about everything. So that means you just know stuff that are not going to be useful at some point. And as a high schooler, I was extremely confused. I had no idea what do I want to do. Like I was switching from one field to another field. But for sure, I knew that it should be something with like, I don't know, mathematics and like STEM in general. And then I talked to my brother, who is also studying in here, and he suggested I try software engineering. And yeah, so basically, I didn't know that I'm coming to Denmark like until 3 days before I actually came because it was
Really?
yes. Like I applied, but I applied just so I can have it in my options.
Okay.
Because until this point, I thought that I'll probably stay in Turkey for like higher education. But then I was like, okay, I'll just give it a try, and I'm here now, and I like it, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You can always come back to Turkey. So I mean, like,
Exactly.
So did you only have the higher education in Turkey in mind, apart from the one in Denmark, or did you also consider some other countries as well?
No, at that time, like I told you, I was extremely confused. So like I didn't even know what
I think like everybody is at that time.
Like I didn't even know what I field do I want to go to. So I was thinking like thinking even broader and like thinking about even more countries just would make me more stressed. So I was just going with those 2 directions.
Yes, see, that's why you need 1 diploma. 2 diplomas,
Yeah,
oh my
diploma,
god.
too much options.
Too much.
Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, like, but as you also told us that in Turkey, the higher education is more like theoretical. Is this the same in my country, in Czech Republic? I don't know if it's the same in Latvia as well.
Pretty same.
Yeah,
There's a lot of theory
I mean, like,
and
what is it with the Eastern countries that we all have so much theory? I mean, like, it doesn't really make sense, right? Because like, if you think about, for example, like, I don't know, software engineering, why would you like to read books about it if you then have to like do it? I mean, like, it seems to me like it slows you down than like pushes you somewhere if you study like only theoretical. So it was probably a good choice to come here. Where,
Like I said, I'm happy so far. So, but I agree. I think that it's like, you know, the theoretical learning. It's like it should stay in the past, and we should like progress.
move on a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. But let's see.
I want to talk a little bit about religion with you. So if you could give us a little, I don't want to say introduction again, but like, you know, something
Yeah, okay.
to get us into
I
the
will
topic.
Save you.
say intro. A little intro.
Okay, so I am visibly a Muslim, and that's because both my mother and my father are Muslims.
But not hearably.
I can't hear you.
Okay, guys. I'm
So
Muslim.
for Spotify listeners.
Okay. So while growing up, I was raised as a Muslim child, but as I know for like many people, once you're a kid, you don't really understand religion. Like it's just this superficial thing. And especially in Islam, when I was young, I thought that there are too many rules, and I was thinking like, why am I supposed to do all of those stuff? Because, you know, you have to pray 5 times a day, you're fasting during Ramadan, and so on and so forth. And I was thinking, why am I obliged to do those things for something that I don't even believe in? And that went throughout my teenage years. I was with the same mentality while I was in Bulgaria. But then once I went to Turkey and I actually stayed on my own, I realized how much I actually need my connection to my religion. And this is the time that I started actually studying my religion more and like understanding why do people believe in the things they believe. And this is when I realized that my faith is growing so much more, and I really felt this connection to God, which to some people may be superficial, but for me this is like it is a way of living. Like I can't see my life without my religion right now, because it really helps me battle with loneliness, with just like with everyday life. It helps me extremely a lot. So this is my journey through religion. What else should I say?
I'm actually interested if you're are you praying 5 times a day?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes.
Shit, man. How much time does it take you, like in general, for one day? How much time do you spend praying?
I don't know. I would say 25 minutes maybe, but it's a very individual.
Okay, so like one routine is like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have your prayers are like spread throughout the day, so you have it in like specific times during the day. So you still have the flexibility of when do you want to pray, but it's better to pray at the time that the prayer starts.
Yeah.
So you can you still have the flexibility of when to pray, and especially in school, it's that's very useful because we have the prayer room, and I can just pray during the breaks.
Yeah.
So it's good that we have that. And yeah, like I said, around 25 minutes maybe.
So you use school facilities for praying, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Do you ever meet somebody else there?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but sometimes it's used for other things.
Sleeping?
No, I mean, maybe. Did you do that?
No, not me. Not me.
Not pointing, but...
Okay, now I know. But no, because sometimes it's not only for Muslims, it's a prayer room for all the religions. So sometimes you would see Christians, sometimes you will see, I guess, Buddhists. So it's not specifically for Muslims.
Did somebody happen that somebody from other religion was praying at the same time as you were in the room?
I don't think it happened.
That would be interesting though.
Yeah, but I don't. There isn't a problem about it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It doesn't happen yet. But who knows? Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
3
more years, eh?
You were also talking about the fasting during the Ramadan. What is it about?
Okay, so Ramadan is starting actually this Saturday.
Oh,
so on the 2nd
food.
of April. Yeah, exactly. So it's the idea behind it is that you're supposed to experience. I don't want to say you have to suffer, but it's like you are restraining yourself from food and drinks in order for you to get in a higher spiritual level, so you can connect more to God throughout understanding what your blessings are. So once you get hungry, you understand how much you need food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you start being more thankful for what you have throughout your days. But the basic idea behind Ramadan is that you don't eat or drink anything before sunrise, and so you don't drink after
during daylight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. That was very helpful.
Have you possibly mentioned that to Sid, because he's doing it as well?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wow. Okay.
And he's very excited to do it, which I'm happy
very
for.
excited.
But what about when the sun sets?
After that, you can eat and drink and enjoy.
So is it common that people wait all day and they eat the whole night?
Well, you can't possibly eat the whole night because your stomach shrinks. So you can eat significantly less.
I think we could.
But
me and Simon.
I mean, if I wouldn't be able to eat during the day, I would then wake up during the night 5 times during the night. I would just eat. Probably.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
would. Not probably you
but
would.
that's not really the idea of Ramadan.
Yeah, I get it. So basically, you get a breakfast and a dinner.
Kinda. But
depends when you wake up.
Yeah.
So, oh my God. So if you are partying and then you sleep too long, you can't eat in the morning. So your hangover is oh you're dying.
No.
Yeah, that's the reason we don't drink alcohol.
Oh yeah, that's true as well.
It.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So if you are Muslim, you are not allowed to drink alcohol.
Yes, we don't drink alcohol and we don't eat pork, which is the most known thing about Muslims, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
Silence.
Are
you admiring?
Yeah, kind of. I'm just getting it all singing. do Muslims? Is Muslim?
Don't abuse the microphone.
Is there something like with the Mecca, or is it a different religion?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is Islam.
Is it like the trip to Mecca, or how is it called?
Yes, this is one of the pillars of Islam. So we have 5, and pillars means like compulsory things that you have to do. And if you're no, I don't want to say wealthy, but like if you're able to, you have to make a trip to Mecca at least once in your lifetime. That's called Hajj. So you're supposed to perform that at least once in your life.
If you are wealthy.
Not if you're wealthy, if you're able to.
I mean, everybody can walk.
Yes, but I don't
Everybody
think you
can
can
jump
walk
borders.
from Denmark to
But
to
that's
Saudi
the original
Arabia.
idea, right? Like there was the walk to Mecca, right?
Yes,
And
but that's like...
I thought everybody has to like walk there.
No, we live in the 21st century.
Really? It's
People
religion,
take
you never know.
Plane.
Oh, so you take plane to Mecca and then back.
No, it's Hajj has a lot of like rituals. Let's say it rituals. So there is walking involved, and there is traveling from one city to another city, and like those are performed the way they are supposed to be performed. But the travel itself to Mecca, it can be done in like any kind of way.
Okay.
Like you don't have to walk from Denmark to Saudi Arabia.
Would be cool though.
Right?
Okay. Maybe I should try it someday.
What are the other 4 pillars of your religion?
Okay, so there is Tawhid, which means you believe in the oneness of God. That means you only believe that there is one God.
Yeah.
Then there is the prayer, which is 5 times a day. Then there is the fasting. And
the trip?
Were they 5?
No, it's with the trip it's only 4. So we're missing one.
Oh, and zakat, which is basically charity. That means that when I was talking to Sid about it, he said that not Sid. I was talking to Andras about it, and he was like, "Oh, that's like the taxes in Islam," and I guess it kind of is, but it goes to charity. So you're going to calculate how much money you make throughout the year, and then a certain amount of it is supposed to go to the poor people. And
yes, taxes.
And the important part is those poor people shouldn't it's not compulsory for them to be Muslims. Like it can be anyone who is in need.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
Cool. Okay.
Donating is good.
Okay, nice. One last thing about religion. How is it about the clothing and stuff?
What do you mean by how is it with the clothing? Okay, so this is called the hijab.
Yes.
And
hijab.
Hijab
was
yes.
Good. Okay.
Yes. And the word from translated from Arabic means a veil. So it kind of it's like to hide the beauty. And a lot of people think that only women are supposed to dress in a certain way, but that's not true. Men are they also have their own kind of hijab. So they're still like covering some body parts, and it's, it's about like staying pure. And a lot of people think that you're staying pure for your husband or for your wife, but this is not the idea. You're doing this for God and God only. So it's in a way like keeping your body pure for the sake of God. This is the clothing part.
How long does it take you to like do your hijab?
Do my hijab?
Every
at
day?
this point, I'm very professional. I've been wearing it for 4 years now, so
like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I can be very quick.
Okay.
But I remember myself in the beginning. It was hard.
Yeah. What parts do you need to cover? Is it hair only?
It's the hair, the ears, and basically the only parts of your body that can be seen are your hands, your face, and your feet.
Okay.
Yes.
How is it with men?
With men, it's everything below the knee, and then the hands can be shown, and the
rest. Okay, the head.
Yes.
That can be shown. What was it?
So, going back to Denmark.
Yes.
What was the culture shock when you came here? Like, what really shocked you? Like that was different from home?
Oh, that's a good question. But I guess how nice people are. I mean, like how polite they are and how stuff are actually happening. Because in Bulgaria, for example, whenever you're dealing with documents, let's say, you will have like the worst nightmares. Because like I have discovered this thing that like when you go to do like some documentation stuff, you're just going to have like the worst experience in your life when you're in Bulgaria. But in here, everything happens super quickly. And about like stuff being efficient, that's because like in Turkey, if someone tells you that something is happening in Monday, it will happen in Monday, but like 3 weeks later. Whereas in here,
Monday is a Monday.
yes,
Monday is a
I
Monday.
mean, whereas in here, like if they say it's happening on Monday, it will probably happen on Sunday. So like it will be like
It will
even
be-
more efficient
yeah.
than you expect it to be.
Yeah.
So that's like it's a good cultural shock. But other than that, I think that it's like I didn't experience anything very different because I have been here before. Like I came to visit my brother before, so I didn't experience something like extremely shocking.
What's the biggest difference between Bulgaria or like the east of Europe and the north of Europe? Like apart from the weather. of course.
The weather. uh, I think that it's again about efficiency and politeness.
Yeah.
People in here are just like even though like there is this belief that Danish people are very cold. When you go to the shop, they're always going to be polite to you. So I think this is like the biggest difference. I'm not trying to say that Bulgarians are rude or anything. Don't get me wrong, but in here everyone is just efficient and polite. So I think that's the biggest difference.
What is the kind of mindset that is like in Bulgaria/Turkey? What's the difference in the mindset from the mindset in the West/North Europe? Like I feel like here in the West/North Europe,
Okay.
there's a lot of like materialism. Okay, good. And people like go for their careers and like having money and like secured future is like the most important thing in our lives. So is there any difference?
Oh, so you mean in here people care more about their like career and personal life?
Yeah,
And is it
got
different than
Yeah,
Bulgaria? I believe that in general in the East, like for very, very long, there was this idea that the most important thing in life is your family. So like, usually it would be the man going to work and the woman stays home with the children, which is fine for some people. But I do see it changing more and more every year. So you would see a lot of young people going to different countries and like getting their degrees and like pursuing careers. So I do believe that there is this still this idea that like family is more important still exists, but I also think that people are changing.
Yeah.
So people are like trying to become more like the West.
So
I
the
guess.
Western world is getting there
Yeah.
slowly.
Exactly.
Is it the same with Algeria?
Well, I haven't been in Algeria for a very long time, but I also think in there it's changing because I do know of a lot of cases for like especially for women it used to be very important for them just to be housewives and nothing else, but I think that it has changed a lot throughout the years.
Do you have any grandparents there or in Algeria?
Yes, I have my grandfather in
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Yes, and I miss them, but what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, you can always fly there now with the money you make here.
Yes, but it's complicated because they had like extreme border, like their borders were closed for a very, very long time. Even like actual citizens, people who just
Oh,
went
really?
for a vacation, to another country, even they couldn't go back
Okay.
because of Corona. So, and now you can go, but there are so many people traveling back that it's like almost impossible to get a ticket. So someday.
No way home.
I guess so.
Oh my god. Another question is
Okay, let's go back to software engineering. So,
Okay.
how did you decide that?
Oh, software engineering. Like I already mentioned, I talked to my brother, who is also studying software engineering, and he told me that it's not because when I was thinking about software engineering, I was scared that I will have to stay behind the computer all day, every day, and just code, which honestly didn't interest me that much because I'm a very social person. I really like meeting new people and whatever. So that kind of scared me. But then he told me that there is a lot of group work and there is a difference between software engineering and programming. And when you are an engineer, you actually work with the projects, like you you do all of those analysis, design, and like you talk to the customer and so on. And this is what interested me. So I've always liked mathematics, so I always knew that I will be like in an engineering kind of field, but I just didn't know what type. And yes, I chose software engineering. It was kind of a big risk because I didn't know if I will enjoy it, but so far so good.
I mean, it's funny because I was talking to my parents the other day. I was telling them, like, here in our software engineering class, the software engineers are the typical software engineers that you would imagine. Like, there are like programmers only. Like, there's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 people in a whole class who actually look like programmers, and then random people all over the place. And you're like, how does this work? Like, I mean, like, it's completely different word from what I have imagined.
Yeah, but I was very
What did you expect?
I don't know. I mean, like, I was expecting me being completely outsider. Like,
you fit in very well because it's like everyone's the same, but not like, oh, I'm a programmer.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like there is. I was expecting, like, I don't know, for at least that's how it usually goes in Czech Republic, or that's what I've heard from my older friends, that in the software engineering class, there's, I don't know, half of the class or more are like the people that really understand the topic, and then the rest is somehow like people who kinda or not understand the topic. And here we are like mostly, I don't know, complete beginners. Could we say that? I mean, like, in the first semester we were just like, what is coding?
That's true.
So I mean, like, yeah, it's really surprising, and it's funny that the world that you don't know is completely different from your expectations. Now, there is something else that is completely different from my expectations, and that is writing a kebab with P.
Who writes kebab with P?
I thought in Turkey it's common thing to write kebab with P.
No.
Because in Czech Republic, I sometimes saw kebab with B as the normal thing for me, and that kebab is with P, and I was just like wondering. And I remember someday I was like browsing the internet, and I found that kebab with P is like the original name of kebab. Is it? Do you know something about it since you've spent a lot of time in Turkey?
I honestly don't know that much about it, because I know that kebab in your country and kebab in Turkey are two different things. Yeah, because
what is kebab in Turkey?
Kebab in Turkey is the meat that you eat, so it's just the meat without bread or anything.
Okay.
Whereas for you, as I know, it's with the bread.
Yeah, it's with the bread or in tortilla or something
exactly.
like this. Yes.
But I can't say I know much about it, but I know that it's written kebab with B.
Okay, so official name is kebab with B.
Yes,
so
but maybe you're confused because in Turkey, when you want to make it plural, so like if you want to say kebabs, you're going to say kebaplar, which means that the B will turn into P. So maybe this is how it's confusing.
This may be the fact
he just skipped the ending and found the P. He was like, there's a P. Why there's a P?
That might be the thing. Okay, well, that's really interesting. So how do you call the kebab in bread, actually?
That's a dürüm.
Okay, and in tortilla is doner?
Well, actually, the tortilla one is dürüm. But then the one in bread, it depends on like the store, but usually they call it tombik.
How?
Tombik.
I've never heard tombik.
I mean,
dürüm, yes, but tombik, no. What's the most favorite kebab in Turkey? Like the one that
there is
everybody should buy and taste.
I don't like it personally because I'm not that big of a meat eater. But whoever goes to Turkey tries Adanakebap. And as I know, this is like the most famous one they have. And there is another one called Iskender. So those are the two most common ones that I guess everyone should try if they're a meat lover.
Are they making kebab from pork as well?
I don't think so. Not in Turkey, at least. Maybe they do, but in some like special places.
Okay. What is your dream job?
Straightforward.
Whoa.
That was a big topic change. I actually hate this question so much because I'm a very undecisive person, unfortunately. Like I told you, I knew that I will come to Denmark 3 days before I came, so I kind of go with the flow. But since I started software engineering, it probably is something that involves obviously software engineering and also like talking to clients and meeting new people, maybe brainstorming. So I don't have a specific name for that job, but anything that involves people and computers. And maybe machine learning. That sounds super interesting.
Is software engineering like a big thing in Bulgaria? Do you think you would be able to like find a good job there
Well,
in this field?
I don't know if I'm planning to go back to Bulgaria
Oh,
after
just-
university.
Yeah.
But it is a big field. So, and I think that software engineering is a field that you can practically find job in any country in the world. And that's a big reason of like, it's a big part of the reason why I chose software engineering, because it's very diverse. Like you can go anywhere in the world and work. But yeah, in Bulgaria, it's a pretty big thing. So you can find a decent job with software engineering.
So Uafa, have you ever ridden a camel?
Ridden a camel.
A camel, not a camel.
Very specific.
A
Let's
camel.
just say any animal.
Have you ever ridden a camel?
I like how you just switch from one to another question. Like no any connection between them. But yes, actually, yes. When I was in Algeria, we were in this like touristic city, and it's actually a funny story. There was like a big camel, and it was sitting, and you could sit on it. And I did that, but the camel decided that it's a good idea to spit in my brother's face.
No!
So, yeah, it was a funny moment.
Is it natural? Do they do it? Do they do it all the time?
They do it all the time.
Okay. How was it?
Being on top
being
of a camel?
being on top of a camel.
I don't know. It was cool. I guess. I don't know. I haven't been on top of another animal, so I can't
so
really.
no horse. No, okay, no
I really want to
comparison.
though, but
Okay, you should
Someday.
try elephant.
okay, that's very specific.
It just came into my mind.
You should try a horse, Simon.
I tried a horse. I tried a
Oh.
horse
Is it
once.
nice?
Man, no, hell no. Oh, I don't
They
like
seem so
riding a horse.
cute.
No, I don't like it.
For different reasons.
I don't know. I was a kid when I tried it, and I was very scared. And since then, no. I don't
Oh.
want to do it. So maybe I think it's okay, probably. But I didn't feel like I have any control, and I felt like I'm gonna die, even though the person there was actually holding the horse and walking with me. But still, I was too stressed about it. So
You were reading the horse's
would-
mind. He was like, I'm going to run.
I would probably like to try the camel more, because at least it's cool. You don't ride a camel every day.
Okay. Yeah.
At least in Europe, you don't.
Imagine in Denmark. Just like, that's an interesting transportation.
I mean, like, you could do it. You could do like a camel
I'm
farm.
good. I'm good.
You could do a camel farm in Denmark, and then it would be a good business.
They would be cold.
Yes, they will be
Very-
very cold. They need
Very
heat.
cold.
Very cold.
Then you build a building, and yeah, you will have
Okay.
Sahara climate.
Oh, but did you know there is a desert in Denmark?
Oh yeah, on top of the Denmark, right?
I don't know where is it.
I think
just
it's
heard
on
about
top.
it.
Yeah, I think it's on top, near the place where like two seas crash into each other.
Yeah, maybe.
So somewhere there is a desert, which is pretty much weird.
It's very weird. Like, maybe we should
It
visit
happens.
someday.
Definitely. Have you ever been to a desert in? Do they have deserts in Algeria?
Yes,
Probably.
in Algeria is located Sahara, which is the
Yeah.
biggest desert in the world. I haven't been in there, unfortunately, but I have an aunt who lives in there.
Who lives in there?
Yes, but they live like normal people. They just have a village. It's like it's in the desert.
In the
but-
desert.
Yeah, but they live normally. That's what my father told me. I
Do
don't
they
know.
have
I never.
Wi-Fi?
Yes, they
Really?
do. Yes, they do for sure.
Sahara?
Yes.
That's
Maybe
something
he
new.
just said, just don't worry, they live fine.
Did
It's okay.
they find there?
But he
Okay.
visited.
Okay. Yeah, he visited.
Talking about deserts, once I think I saw in a store cactus juice.
Oh,
That's good,
That's
actually.
actually
Have you tried?
delicious.
Yeah,
yes,
it's
I tried.
good. It's better than tomato juice.
I tried cactus fruits, and it's amazing. And like in
Cactus
Algeria,
fruits?
yes, and they just sell them in like I don't know the English name, but I know that they come from cactus, and they just sell them on the street, and it's like amazing. You should try it someday.
Like the sharp sticks that come out of.
I don't know. It's like a round thing, and it has like sharp stuff, but it's not really sharp.
So it looks like a cactus fruit.
Yes.
You would be scared of it.
No, it's delicious.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for much.
Thank you for much. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. And thank you, Artūrs, for being here with me. And
I'll stop you.
Yeah.
Last question.
Oh.
I almost forgot.
Hey.
Sorry.
What would you give a life lesson to our viewers and listeners?
Oh, that's a good one. Just try. You never know what will happen and what direction will life blow you in. So keep trying. And even if it seems like the weirdest, craziest idea in the world, just try. Because there is nothing to lose. In the end, you're just going to learn, even if you fail. So keep trying.
Thank you very much. That was Uafa. And catch you in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.